in the hell is his face in a Tupperware of spaghetti bolognese? Oh, that's how he gets the tan.
Good morning. No one knows good mornings better than I do. Ask anyone.
God, please help me. Okay, Mr. President-elect, we need to nominate a Secretary of Defense.
What does that do?
Responsible for the defense of the country.
Easy. LeBron James.
He needs to be a general.
Okay, the guy from KFC.
Not food general, and he's a colonel.
What about the captain from Captain Crunch? He's got medals, right?
No.
Okay, who is that guy?
Which?
That one.
Please no.
While Susie's trying to explain the difference between a colonel and a general, let's explore how Trump's presidency might reshape the USA, much like his unpredictable cabinet picks. The election outcome mirrors 2016, but this time, it's the sequel no one asked for.
No, I asked for the sequel. And guess what, Snowflake? We're back. Bigger, badder, and it's gonna be huge.
This time, Trump seems more organized, focused, and scarily clear on his goals, suggesting his second term won't just be a rerun, it'll be something else entirely. During Trump's first term, the Democratic safeguards like the Congress, the courts, his appointees, and the civil service acted like overprotective parents, refusing to let him play with sharp objects like prosecuting critics.
Donnie, give me that.
I don't wanna.
Donnie, we don't prosecute people just because they're mean to us.
But Obama got to kill people with drones.
That's different. He did it quietly, like an adult. Now hand over the Sharpie, sweetie.
But now, the safety net is gone, and Daddy Trump's got a chainsaw. The courts, stacked with 3 Trump-appointed justices ready to stamp his agenda faster than Usain Bolt. And congressional Republicans stopped resisting and are now harmonizing to the MAGA chorus.
Do you hear the people sing, tweeting tunes of an orange king?
And the civil service, through Schedule F, Trump's brewing an executive order to reclassify thousands of protected jobs, making career employees easy targets. He would replace seasoned bureaucrats with MAGA loyalists who won't ask questions, mostly because they don't know how. Trump's second-term immigration agenda makes his 2016 border wall look like child's play. This time, it's not about barriers, it's about booting millions. He's planning the largest deportation effort in US history, targeting undocumented people who've been here so long they probably have Costco memberships. He wants to use the army to round up millions. That's about as feasible as herding cats on roller skates. But states like Texas and Florida will cheer it on.
2, 4, 6, 8, who do we deport and hate?
You, Latin America.
Wait, what? But I'm here singing with you.
Yeah, thanks for the votes. Now chop chop.
As for Democratic-led states are likely to say, nah, we're good, setting up a showdown that could make West Side Story look like a friendly debate. Even though border crossings dropped under Biden by 2024, Trump's base still loves the idea of mass deportations, mostly imagining it as a one-way ticket for recent arrivals. But Trump's plan goes deeper, targeting communities where people have lived, worked, and built lives for decades, and even considering denaturalization for some citizens. Enter Tom Homan, Trump's newly minted border czar. A guy so hardcore, he probably has deport first, ask questions later, embroidered on a pillow.
I know you're made in China, but you support me so you can stay. For now.
With Homan at the helm, expect policies so disruptive, they'll have human rights organizations working overtime and immigrant communities sleeping with one eye open. Trump's return to power is turbocharged by Supreme Court decision that basically wrapped him in Teflon and called it constitutional. During his first term, he turned the court into his personal clubhouse with 3 appointments. In the landmark Trump versus United States case, the court ruled on an indictment for Special Prosecutor Jack Smith over Trump's 2020 election meddling. His defense? Presidential immunity for official acts.
You don't question a mob boss doing his job.
We actually do.
Not when the mob boss is me.
Yes, glorious Tupperware of spaghetti.
Shockingly, all 6 Republican-appointed justices bought it, redefining presidential immunity as anything goes behind the Resolute desk. Now, Trump can wield the DOJ like a kid with a magnifying glass over an anthill, free from pesky indictments courtesy of SCOTUS. Adding even more spice to this judicial circus was Matt Gaetz, Trump's human megaphone and a brief contender for Attorney General. Gaetz ultimately withdrew his name from consideration amid mounting controversies. In his place, Trump nominated former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi, a staunch ally known for her unwavering support.
Mr. President, I love you as much as I love 16-year-old girls, but I have to withdraw.
If Pam Bondi is confirmed, the DOJ could become Trump's personal legal hit squad, leaving equal justice under law gasping for air in the corner.
Equal justice under law? Yeah, we don't do that anymore. Try Canada.
Sorry, we're not taking American immigrants right now.
A second Trump presidency would turn US foreign policy into a global version of The Apprentice.
Mr. President, we need more aid to...
You're fired!
Israel gets a blank check, Ukraine gets ghosted, and NATO gets told to
pay up or shut up.
If you were hoping for global stability, sorry, that's not on the menu. In the Middle East, Trump's blank check empowers Israel far-right leaders like Smotrich and Ben-Gvir, giving them a green light for policies so extreme they'd make hawks blush. We're talking permanent annexation of Gaza, forced resettlements, and a potential Palestinian refugee crisis redefining mass exodus. In the West Bank, Trump's likely to back annexation efforts treating Palestinian subjugation like a reality show subplot.
They're eating the dogs.
Mr. President, those are the Haitians.
Fine, then they're eating the Wi-Fi.
On Ukraine, Trump's skepticism about US involvement points to a likely aid freeze and pressure on Kiev to make concessions to Putin, essentially handing over chunks of Ukraine. And his disdain for NATO? A surefire way to erode Western unity, leaving Europe nervously eyeing Putin as he dusts off his territorial ambitions. Trump's presidency could send abortion rights back to the Stone Age.
The Stone Age? No. I'd call it the golden age of business. Tremendous time. Everyone loved it. Great for the wheel industry, huge for fire startups.
While claiming to support women's rights, Trump has surrounded himself with a team of reproductive rights' worst enemies. He wants to revive the Comstock Act, a 150-year-old relic from when leeches were cutting-edge medicine.
Hey, we didn't suck as much as this guy. And you don't have to either, so hit subscribe.
The Comstock Act bans mailing abortion-related materials, and conservatives like J.D. Vance are eager for its revival. Enforcing it would ban abortion pills and surgical equipment nationwide, turning mailboxes into battlegrounds for reproductive rights. Forget red versus blue states. This plan bypasses the map entirely, imposing restrictions coast to coast faster than Amazon Prime.
At least Jeff Bezos didn't ban entire rights. Just no bathroom breaks, no sick leave, and other minor stuff. But you got your packages same day. You can thank Jeff Bezos now.
Trump's proposed 10% tariff on all foreign imports is like flipping the monopoly board and calling bankruptcy optional. It's vintage Trump, straight out of his 1980s playbook, back when tariffs seemed as groundbreaking as shoulder pads.
I love shoulder pads. They're the best pads, no question. Tremendous pads. They make your shoulders look so patty, so strong. We should bring them back.
As president, he wouldn't even need Congress's blessing to pull it off. Just gut instincts. He wants to tax every import, from coffee beans to car parts, which sounds fine until you remember America doesn't grow much coffee or mine cheap lithium. Instead of boosting production, it'll mostly boost your grocery bill. Economists, those pesky buzzkills, warn this policy will hike prices across the board and kneecap US manufacturers who rely on imports. But when has expert advice ever stopped a Trump campaign promise? Voters may love protectionist policies in theory, but wait until their coffee costs as much as a mortgage.
It's healthy competition when you compete against your wallet. Nobody loves competition more than me. I always compete against myself, and I always win. I will win against your wallets too. Tremendous deal. By the way, like this video if you agree.
So, what do you think? Do we need nonpartisan civil servants in a democracy, especially for things like national parks, defense, or nuclear security? How does Trump's style of rewarding allies and punishing critics clash with the idea of neutral governance? What if agencies like the IRS became political, using audits to target critics? Could everyday government tasks be twisted for political gain? Please let us know what you think in the comments.